Hey, what is going on, everyone? Today we're going to take a look at the negative side of the granite state, New Hampshire. Although New Hampshire still has some granite quarries, these days they do more mining for sand and gravel. They also do some semi-precious stones like garnets, but nothing terribly exciting like diamonds or rubies and the like. In New Hampshire, people eat maple sundaes, cider donuts, and mutter the state motto, live free or die, while they're getting a speeding ticket. Before you comment, that is the state motto, I kid you not. I know it sounds more like the title of a Bruce Willis movie than a state motto, but I assure you it is. Google it if you need to. And when I say Bruce Willis movies, I mean back when they were watchable, like when he was with Demi Moore and before she started sleeping with Ashton Kutcher, who is 25 years younger than her or something like that. Anyway, moving on. New Hampshire's not too big and not too crowded, ranking as 46th in area and 41st in population. The Granite State was admitted into the Union on June 21st, 1788, making it our 9th state. I can honestly tell you that this state was hard to find any serious issues with. It's a pretty well-kept state, but there's always something that might be negative to someone moving there. The fact that it's hard to find something wrong with it, well, that might make it attractive to you to move there. But before you do, you should watch my top 10 reasons not to move to New Hampshire. Number 10. It's a swing state. Now, when I say that, it's not only a political swing state, but a real swing state, as in key parties and wife swapping. New Hampshire is one of the top states for swingers. A lot of new residents complain that the only way other residents are willing to be your friend is if they could do the nasty with you and your partner. I'd hate to think I can't come over to your house and watch the UFC because I won't let you stoop my wife. Number 9. Very gun-friendly. New Hampshire is one of the most easygoing states when it comes to gun restrictions. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's completely up to you. I have to give you my disclaimer now. I am not saying that there is anything good or bad with owning firearms. I am saying that if this is something you are concerned with, you should know this in advance. I myself have firearms. I've been in the military. I believe in the Second Amendment. But I'm not saying it's the right way to be. It's different for everyone. So stop typing. Just be aware this state is very pro-Second Amendment. Don't move here if you're expecting anything different. Number 8. High property tax. New Hampshire doesn't have sales or income tax, but they still gotta make them dollar bills. And property tax is where the man's gonna get ya. As you can see by my use of slang, I'm trying to establish some street cred. Property tax in New Hampshire is outrageous. The property tax can be up to quadruple what the neighboring state of Massachusetts residents pay. It sucks to be a homeowner in New Hampshire. Number 7. Election season. Since New Hampshire is a swing state, like I said before, and I'm talking now about the politics, not the group love thing, you will experience an overwhelming amount of political campaign ads, town halls with the who's who of the Washington, D.C. swamp, news reporters, news trucks, and the worst of the worst, political junkies. These are the people that really never followed sports or anything like that, so instead they took that energy and became political nut jobs in some cases. Those people are weird. You really won't be able to escape all this unless you actually leave the state for a while. It's bad in New Hampshire. Number 6. Nothing to do. The state is filled with nature. You can hike, hunt, fish, camp, ski, you name it, you could do it outdoors in the Granite State. It's just too bad the residents don't really seem to be the outdoorsy type. Most of the people participating in those activities seem to be from out of state. Now granted, there are New Hampshire people that do those things. There's just a high percentage of the New Hampshire residents that don't do those things. So if you aren't the type to go outside, New Hampshire is boring. They don't have wild nightclubs, amusement parks, anything. Well, okay. Unless you're one of those swingers I talked about earlier, this place is plenty fun. Number 5. Lack of workers. New Hampshire has the second lowest unemployment rate in the country, which is outstanding. But that also comes with some problems. While they don't have much of a problem filling the lower and no-skill type jobs, the higher skilled jobs can be vacant for some time. And with the current immigration policies, they're predicting that the lower skilled jobs will be getting harder and harder to fill in the near future. I mean, of all the problems you can have someplace, that's kind of a good one. Number 4. Cost of living. The cost of living here isn't as bad as other areas in the country, but it ain't dirt cheap. The winters are brutal. Sometimes you could be getting up to 8 feet of snow, which is why utilities are almost 30% higher than the national average. Housing about 25% higher. Groceries and transportation about 3% higher. So basically you pay through the nose to live in New Hampshire. I guess they forgot that first part of the state motto. Live free Number 3, lack of diversity. Diversity is important in a healthy society, and that's just fact. When there's too much of any one culture, people, and thinking, and this is how you become a dangerous society. New Hampshire is one of the least diverse states in the country. Now, the other part of being less diverse is the food and the music. When you go to southern states, you get amazing food and music. Now, the same thing can be said for the southwestern states. It's just be aware of this before you go. Number 2, a gambling debt. Now, this is a new one to these videos. New Hampshire has a serious gambling problem. It is so bad that there are laws protecting individuals from losing everything in order to pay a gambling debt. In the state of New Hampshire, it is illegal to sell the clothes you are wearing to pay off a gambling debt. The fact that they had to write a law about that is kind of upsetting. They say 1 in every 7 friends has a gambling addiction. My money's on my friend Dave. That joke's so old Ashton Kutcher tried to bone it. And number 1, the opioid crisis. New Hampshire ranks number 3 behind Ohio and West Virginia when it comes to the opioid abuse. Last year, it is said to have been the deadliest year for drug overdoses in the state's history, with almost 500. Now, that may not seem like a lot compared to, say, New York, California, or something like that, but keep in mind, they rank 41st in population. They don't have a bunch of people. Now, here's a chart up to 2016. It kind of gives you an idea of what's been going on. I couldn't find a good one that was clear without a bunch of extra nonsense on it for 2017, but here you go. Now, the state has been making strides to tackle this crisis. This year, 2018, there's been a 15% drop in prescription opiates. Any progress is progress. Hopefully next year will be better. 3 years ago, West Virginia was the absolute worst by a good number. Now, they've made great strides. As someone who's been kind of affected by this, close friends have really gone down this road hard, and I am glad to say that for the most part, they pulled themselves out of it and getting their life back together. But this one is bad. It always has been. Anyway, it has been screwing up good people and good communities for far too long. And hopefully New Hampshire can overcome this soon. Alright, so that's my top 10 reasons not to move to New Hampshire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Don't forget to hit all those links below. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. Don't forget to subscribe. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.